At the start of this module, I mentioned that the American Community Survey provides estimates, and that each estimate has a margin of error. This is because the survey works by sampling the population. The estimate and the margin of error form a range. The Census Bureau has 90% confidence that the true value is somewhere in that range. This lesson will teach you how to get the margin of error for an estimate. Take a moment to look at the help for the function getACSData again. You'll see that the last parameter to this function is include_MOE. Here, MOE stands for margin of error. This parameter defaults to false. However, we can override it when we call the function. Here is the same example that you saw in the last lesson, getting state per capita income estimates by table ID. The difference here is that we set the include MOE parameter to true. If you look at the data frame that's returned, you'll see that there is now a third column called margin of error. That's the margin of error associated with each estimate. Remember, the Census Bureau has 90% confidence that the true per capita income is somewhere between the estimated value plus or minus the margin of error. For example, the Census Bureau has 90% confidence that Alaska's per capita income in 2015 from the 5-year ACS was $33,413 plus or minus $399. We're now at the end of the Data Details module. Let's review what you've learned. We started with an introduction to the American Community Survey. All of the data in this course comes from the ACS. This survey samples the population each month. Because of this, the values are estimates. Each estimate has a margin of error associated with it. Next, you learned about spans. Each year, the ACS publishes a 1-year estimate for each state. This estimate is based on the last 12 months of survey results. Each year, the Census Bureau also publishes a 5-year estimate for each state. This estimate is based on the last 5 years of survey results. We discussed the difference between the 1- and 5-year estimates and when it's better to use one over the other. Next, we talked about ACS tables. All the data in the ACS is stored in tables. You learned how to search through all the tables that are available and how to load data from a particular table into R. Finally, we closed with a discussion of margin of error. You learned what the margin of error is and how to examine the margin of error for each estimate.